Yo, what's going on guys? It's Kai here. We're back with another deck profile, and yes, I know it's been a while since I uploaded my last videos, and I've been very busy lately with a lot of things. I don't even have time for myself. I didn't rest quite well recently, and yeah, and we're busy with the remote duo battle royale, which we held recently, and it's almost ends, and all of us are very hardworking to get the prize we wanted. And of course, I promised the deck profile of the dinos. I know a lot of you guys been requesting the dino deck profile post ban list, post October ban list, and yes, and now we're here. And if you guys like these kind of angles or any contents, be sure to let me know in the comments below. I'll read every one of it, and of course I'll be sure to reply all of it. And yeah, now let's go into the profile. So first of all, I wanted to shout out to a friend of mine, which is Sembongs. He's sent me some of the dinos cards, which I don't know where I put it, and they're gone when I wanted to do their profile. So start off, one UCT. You won't break with two if you only play one, so only one. And most of the time you summon this, you mostly just want the game. You only need one. You don't need that much. You won't break with that much either, so only once. One Overtext Quadless. This is for evil peers. Sometimes you don't want to throw him that often. You want to summon it out and for the extra negations, and then for evil peers. And one Doggerants, you play a Dino Dex, so there's no reason for you to not play these kaijus. Normal Oviraptors, chaining one. Effect pass, search for this kaiju, your opponent's monster, and you can go for games. And one Prankatops, 7 Respiratories, staples. And the last one of this one, Giant Rex. This card's nice, and it's a level 4. Sometimes you need to make the rank force, and also a extra bodies, 2000 plus attacks. And welcome back, Ovid Raptors. And it's been a while since this card is limited to 1 back in 2016 because of True Kings format, and now it's back. More consistency, more choice, and more reason for you to play this. And this is a pure Dino Dex profile, by the way. I don't play the Scrap Raptors engines, so if you want that, I will make it for another video, but I think this is the most better choice because you won't break with the Scrap Golem, Scrap Chimera. You won't break with those if you don't play those. And this deck is also consistent as it was. And of course, OCG Konami didn't read misc. They read the wrong card. They read Oviraptors. 3 misc. Broken as always. It's a combo starters. It's a hand trap protection and a lot of things. A lot of things this card do is just unfair. And the second best normal summon, Archosaurus. This card with any of the X is also full combos, and if you've seen this, also seeing this as well, because it's a level 1, you can banish it, and you can have this from your deck, which is still valuable for the combos. And speaking of the X, 3 Baby Ceratosaurus. This is the old print. I find the old prints out of this doesn't have a foil. And 3 Pterodon. You want to see as much as possible, you want to combo off as much as possible, and as you see why I play a lot of monsters, because this deck, once you combo off, half of your decks is gonna be bragging out. And of course I play the Destiny Hero engine, the Destroy Phoenix Enforcers. I chose this instead of Celestial because sometimes you play a dino, you feel like you wanted to push for games, you don't want to stall something. The more you draw doesn't mean you have any Goose Extenders as well. So I play Dasher because if you draw something like maybe the Doggerant or the Prankatops, you can use this effect to slap it down, and you have Denials to special summon back, and you have it as a 1001 attack to push for games even easier. Better than using the Celestial, you might not draw anything you wanted to push for games. So the 1001 really fill in the short amount of damage you needed. And of course, hand traps will be 3 Ash and 3 Maxis. This is the standards. Not much to explain. If it is in TCG, I will change the Maxi to Ghost Bell or Lockbirds, whichever is relevant. After the spells, the one-offs, 1 Foolish Bureaus and 1 Prosperity. This is the 41 card. This should be a 40 cards, but I choose 41 instead. And this is for consistency. Sometimes you need the extra one. Foolish. You can send you can send misc and use misc effect to search for Archosaurs, and you still combo off. And for, of course, the broken spells would be the Fusion Destinies. This is almost the same as Rare Ash Dragoon, but it's not as good as Dragon Dragoon for Omni Negates, but it's still what it is. That's why people play it. And the Rhoda itself, triple Fossil Dicks. Glad we have it as a 3, better than 2. It doesn't matter you have monster hands, it would be even better to have monster hands. 2 Evil Pills. I only have 5 targets max to summon out, so you only need 2. You won't clock with much if you only need 2. Since the card is stretchable, you don't need that much anyway. Hand Trap hits. 2 Corby. Because, yes, Hand Trap hits. This deck loses to Hand Traps, especially Maxis. And double cross out for Hand Trap hit as well. And as you can see, I don't play Nibiru because this deck doesn't lose to Nibiru if you have mostly monsters, and you can use UCT to push, and then you don't do anything else, just pass turn, you won't get Nibirus. And of course the final card will be the Imperm for cross out targets, just in case. And for after the extras, it's quite standard, by the way. It's very standard. For Ling Ones, Almaraz, Krigana, and Kuribo. I play Almaraz because sometimes you need to use it as the evil pill targets, and if you have the babies, the baby Ceratosaurus or Pterodon, you can't make these because they're not level 1s. So if I just summon the egg and link to this, and then you make this, you can still evil pill with this and the eggs as well. And for this, because it's a level 1, sometimes your Archosaurus is not normal summoned, so you can't use Almaraz, you have to use the Incredible set, so the Incredible is here. And the Verte for Fusion Destinies. If you guys don't play the Fusion Destiny, this card can be anything, and you have 5 more slots to have anything else you want, like Prosperities, Lost World, whichever you like. For staples, 1 IP, 1 Rhino, Phoenix, Cerberus. This is the standard package. This is because your Archosaurus are light. You can use this to link climb if you want, and IPs for the link climb during opponent's turn. You can make these, which is Unicorn and Access Code. I don't play Celine. Why would I play Celine? I don't play the Link 5 because I don't think that leaving that much of a monster on your field is that relevant, and you wanted to use all of it just for the IP effects to catch up on the monster, which it doesn't that worth it, to be honest. And the Phoenix Enforcer, of course, this card is a little bit mandatory, I believe. Yeah, it is what it is. For Xyz, the standards: 1 Lagia, 1 Doka, 1 Abyss Dweller, and 1 Dugarius. I was convinced that Dweller is even much better than Baguska, because for Dweller you won't lose to Prankis, you won't lose to Drytrons, you use this effect and you can still relevant. And if you use Baguska, they can still get to search plus with the Bentens or Prankis in the grave effect, so Dweller is better in my opinions. And side decks, 2 Nips, so it's still a good card in the formats. Play 2 Nips. And the 2 Draw, this is for the Fenderknight matchups and Drytrons, because Fenderknight is kind of high favorites now, so we play this to stop them from searching any more Fog Blades or searching any more Extenders. For Sword Souls, we have the Token Collectors, and if you play with Sword Soul, you have Token Collectors, you not only start with combos, you can extend as much as you want, because if this on your field, your opponent can't Nibiru you because they can summon the token, so which is really nice. And Lancier for Feather Knights, Golden Lords, whichever you want. Vanish deck, still got Orcus, by the way. 1 Duster's back row hits, and more back row hits, 2 Lightning Storms. Mostly we clear the back rows more than clear the monsters, because monsters have UCT to deal with it. And speaking of monsters, we have Dark Ruler no more. I'm not playing Droplets because mostly my hands are combo variants. They are meant to be extenders or tribute fodders, destroy fodders, so I'm not playing Droplets, I'm playing this. It doesn't matter if you can't kill your opponents, you want to break your opponent's board, end up with the UCT and 1 random monsters is already enough for these decks. one evenly and one GG game, win game button. I play one evenly because lightning storm is not once per turn, and sometimes if they stop your lightning storm, you can't activate it again, and you have this as a second options to clear their bots, and you can still play Yu-Gi-Oh. So guys, that's it for the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I believe I don't need to explain the combos anymore because it's very frequently see in the TCG format as much as this deck can do. The only thing difference is some people don't know that this card is also a starters. If you use this effect to discard it, and you use this effect to banish, and you special summon the Archosaurus effect, gonna destroy the baby Ceratosaurus to add the Evil Pills. Archosaurus effect, gonna summon out Oversoul's effect, gonna search for whichever you want. You can search for Giant Rex if you want, you can search for another misc if you want. And then this gonna be making Link Rebos, and these two to Verte. You can go for Verte or IP if you have an action deck. You can go for IPs, and you can use this to banish this. Summon the UCT, and then use Verte's effect to send the fusions for the Enforcer. That's all the deck can do. This could be anything. This can be another miss if you want to protect your UCTs. And you can even use this to search for the kaijus to force your opponents to make certain boards that can be kaiju with you. Yep, that's it for the main combos. This is the most easier one, I believe, and this deck doesn't design to extend even furthermore, because if you did more you get nips, because nowadays people in main decks nips, and we all lose to nips. And yeah, that's it. This is what I wanted to show you guys, and if you guys have anything, any suggestions, anything you wanted to say to me, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. Sub to the channel, like the videos, and of course the ring button, and I'll get to you guys as soon as possible, as long as I get my rest, I get my beauty sleeps, I have my own time, and I do even more deck profile or even live match videos. And for you guys, and another thing so you guys know is we're close to back to our own locals already, as the pandemic is slowly getting better, and hopefully I can see you guys in the locals. So stay safe guys, and we'll see you guys next time.